Very good. Okay, I did not make it last time. I failed to get through my project speech. It was about how your body speaks. It was about the stance, how you stand. Straight, with your weight distributed. It was about the gestures, raised arms, the pointers. It was about the eye contact, looking at in your eyes. It was about the facial expressions. Smile. I don't demonstrate any of this. So I had to go back to the drawing book. I did kind of research in the internet and I found something interesting. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We are all fascinated by body language. A great smile, a strong handshake, or a power pose. When I went into the research, I found out that a body language has a lot of influence in the success in our life, the professional life, or the married life, or the student's life. That's got a lot of influence in our success. So I further investigated and I came up with one interesting research by Amy Cuddy of Harvard University. Yes, she came up with an interesting study that the body language actually shapes who you are. We all know that the body language of other people influences. For example, when I had to select a doctor for my wife's major surgery, we went to 3 doctors. One was a very smiling doctor, very approachable. The other one was very reserved kind of person, but very competent. But she wanted to do her surgery with the more approachable doctor. Although the technology there was not that great, but the doctor seems to be nice. So body language influences. We ultimately went to more assertive doctor. By the way, we did not select both these doctors. So the body language of other people influences. We also know that the thoughts influences. Our thoughts influences. Many philosophers have talked about it. But what about our body language influencing us? Our own body language influencing us. This is what the research that Amy Cuddy and her team at Harvard University came on with. She looked at the animal world first. So if you look at the animal world, you see most of the aggressive animals opens up, stretched out. Like for example, when you see a gorilla, it always opens up. Yeah. A lion actually walks with a very imposing pose. And the cobra, it actually raises its head. So we see in the animal world, all the animals actually opening up. And what about the not so powerful animals? They actually close themselves. They wrap themselves. The same thing happens with the people too. The same thing happens with the people. We have 2 kinds of personalities with people, what we call as alpha personalities and non-alpha personalities. The alpha personalities usually demonstrate very power poses. They actually opens up when they come to a room, they occupy space. Yeah? And we have the other kind of personalities, less powerful personalities, non-alphas. They actually wrap themselves hands in their pocket or just put themselves time. So Amy Cuddy and a Harvard research scientist went further into this in terms of understanding why the alpha behaves like that and the non-alpha behaves like that. And interestingly, she found a good thing that there is a science behind it. In alphas, the level of dominance hormones, which is called the testosterone, it actually is on a high level. And the level of stress hormone, the cortisol, which is on the low level. Okay. So, knowing this, having this science, how can you try to improve your body language? We know when we smile, we become happy. And we are forced to smile for some time, for example 2 minutes, we become happier. So what you have to do is, you have to force yourself for in a power pose for 2 minutes, you will start feeling powerful. So there are different kind of power poses. I will like to give you some tips on these power poses, which is called the Superman pose. You can call it Superman pose. Yeah. Which is, if you stand for 2 minutes, your kind of dominance hormones will rise, and your level of stress hormone will go down, which is about 20% on the dominance hormone and 10% on the stress hormone, which goes down. So the other pose is that you all see when the people win races, they raise their hands like this, yeah, which is called the pride pose. So if you stand for 2 minutes like this, again the testosterone level goes up. What we see most often, people hunching all the time, sitting cross legs and looking at the gadgets. The gadgets pose is one of the most stressful poses, by the way, because you sit like this, and when you sit for a long time like this, actually your level of cortisol goes up. So, friends, your body language can change your behavior. So, if you are going for an interview or a public speech like this, try to do a power pose for 2 minutes like this, and you will end up being the winner, probably.